Hello, everyone. Good. Thank you all for participating today. Thanks everyone that is watching this remotely. Today is a very special episode of Vibe Thursdays. We are having this here in Buffalo with the help of Build City, with all of the amazing participants here. And I want to give you a glimpse of what is going on. We're in the middle of a build week, a Vibe Coding Build week. Let me start sharing my screen so that everyone knows what I'm speaking about. Okay, just need to pull this up to the screen. Great. We are doing this episode in the middle of the Buffalo Build Week here in Buffalo, New York. And if you are watching this video, you probably registered to this event today. And we are going from idea to pitch in a single week, maybe even with real customers, real people using your products. All of the ideas that are coming are being built are coming here in this week. They came from industry experts, either in the pitch on that we had in the reverse pitch event that we had in the Monday, either ideas that the participants are bringing themselves, and tomorrow we are going to have a big demo day. Okay, so for all of you watching this video and all of you here, if you haven't applied to pitch yet, please do it so. Okay, come here to this page, apply to pitch. Tomorrow we're going to have a big pitch event with some great judges that are going to give curated feedback about your project. And this is going to be a great opportunity for up to 10 people here in Buffalo, maybe virtually from our community, to apply. And we're going to let you know as soon as possible, maybe tomorrow morning or even this evening, if you're going to be selected to pitch tomorrow and the pitch order. So this is a small homework. If you want to pitch, just go to this page. It is in the Luma description. Click on this link and apply to pitch. If you want to attend in person or virtually, please just apply here. I'm going to track everyone participating, and it's going to be a beginning of something even bigger after this build week. Because I wanted to share this opportunity with Artisan. We have this grant program running. We had a goal to reach $20,000, and we were pursuing that for months, more than 3 months now. And we finally went through $26,000 in this week of donations, of contributions from the community. And all of this money is going to be allocated for you that are building here as a match funding. We have the applications for season 6 open, so you can come here and apply your project. And if you get selected by community vote, if you are one of the top voted projects, you can be eligible for receiving match funding to be awarded for your projects. And if you look at the season 5, we had 59 great submissions. The top 5 are already selling, some of them selling a couple $1,000s, some of them more than $10,000, unlocking a lot of match funding. So this is what we want to do with Venture Minded, to empower the Vibe coders not only to build some hacky prototypes, but actually to build products that are selling. Okay, so these opportunities are open for all the community, especially for you here in Buffalo, with the help of PNMC, with the help of Build City. So this is what we're putting all of this together. Especially about what we're doing here in Buffalo. Why is this so important? Why come to all the upstate New York, almost in Canada? Because here we have those amazing use cases joining AI, healthcare, social impact, and even some workflow automation opportunities that are here in this repository. It's our first season called Season 0, and we have all of those discussions open with ideas and projects, okay? So if you want to pitch a project virtually, you can. Please give a look on those ideas. Those are ideas from the community here in Buffalo, from New York, and you can open a new discussion picking this theme of projects, okay? This theme of project. We're going to see the list of projects here. So there is a template that I suggest if you go for discussions. There is a project submission template here, very simple, with the demo, with the links. I don't want to know that much on your technical detailing of the backend, the framework that you use it, the database. No, that's not important. The important part for us to demonstrate tomorrow is how you solve these problems that are here, or how you solve the problem that you are bringing, regardless of the tech. Okay, we're having more and more in the community people that come here even without coding. All of you here, you know how to code already, right? JavaScript, Python, and all. But we are having some people that don't know how to code, nothing, not a single line of code, and still they can deploy that. Okay, so this is basically the rundown for today. This is not a coding lesson. I'm going to show you how to come from one of these ideas. Even if you slept the whole week, even if you had too many buffalo wings and couldn't work that much, even though you still can pick from idea and pitch tomorrow with the techniques I'm going to show today, okay? And I know that you work it a lot. I've been seeing you guys here all the way, but I'm just kidding. Like, if someone is watching this video and you don't know how to code, but you have an idea, this is what I'm going to cover today, okay? I wanted to give 10 minutes of review of the path of vibe coding. First, because we couldn't record that on Monday, so I just wanted to get the most important part here. This is going to be a very brief review, but it's going to be very well placed. And then I'm going to show the practical steps for you to start vibe coding or landing page or your initial prototype with the explanation, with the expansion on what we covered yesterday. Okay, so we're going to get our recording. We're going to help you to build that landing page, to build your initial prototype, and that should be good enough for you to pitch tomorrow. Okay. Why we are focusing on the landing page and the prototype? I wanted to recall this presentation. 2 slides. First of all, the paths that we can take. I have a lot of lessons about this, how to set up your IDE, how to put your MCP servers, how to configure this and that and that. I have a lot of lessons of that. Those are good, can help you a lot. And I have these lessons of people, and I see these people vibe coding without knowing how to code, what is Git, please fix all my errors and all. And the current state of things is that both of them have problems. These problems of those big AI companies like Lovable, Bolt, Replit, that you just type whatever you want and they create a fully working application for you. They don't work. You can try them. Sometimes they work, but most of the time for advanced things, they don't. And all of these steps for creating MCP configurations, cursor roles, and all of that, they also don't work. As many people tell, if you do it very well, it can work 20, 25% of the time. This is what we have been demonstrating. But there is a middle path that when you combine, you can do that very efficiently. Okay, so this is why I wanted to suggest this path, because you have 2 possible problems. Either the Leo problem, that is when you code without knowing how to code, you don't know how authentication works, you don't know how backend works, you don't know how databases work, and you just build something and start generating revenue. So if you just have a few bugs, what's the problem, right? So unfortunately, in this case of Leo, he had to shut down his app because people started exploiting his app, messing up his API keys with his databases, and all this became very famous a few months ago. So back there in March. So we are in July already. So let's avoid these problems. But also there were traditional problems like over-engineering, which I did a lot, way too many times. It's spending 6-9 months to deploy an app, and then you don't have users, right? So how to balance those 2 things? This is the path of vibe coding. I suggest that you could find balance. You should have as much technical complexity as you have of growth. Before you have a few committed users, do not invest in a working prototype. Do not invest in MVP. Test that with the landing page, with the CTA first, then you go forward, measure what they want, communicate, speak with your clients every day with the target ICP. See if you have a distribution first, because having the technology is not mode anymore. Having a fully working path, having a fully working app, use it to be something huge that could raise capital on. But as AI gets better at writing code, not today, but maybe 2 years from now, 5 years from now, having software can be a commodity. Anyone can do very quickly without paying much. So just the technology, just the working app is not a competitive advantage now. And this is sad. I teach coding, I build a career on that, but for me, it's sad, but for people that are entrepreneurs that are just starting out and they don't need to go over a full course just to deploy the app, it's good because we just need to follow this line. And as I have more user growth, I can have more investment in development and technology and all. And who here likes to work without being paid? So many hands raised. Of course, no one. So this is good for developers too, because you can get paid for your app as you build it. Instead of, bros, I did that so many times. I did that literally 5, 6 times. I built apps to months and years and launched them not to have any users. I don't want you to do that, okay? I prefer you to do this than to do that, okay? I know that this doesn't work. I never made money with this. So let's find a balance here. So what is my suggestion? And this is the first time we're testing out. This is the season 0. But what I'm suggesting, that the first step should be validating your idea first with a sentence and testing that with some people. Define your app with a defined offering for a defined audience to solve a very well-defined problem with a secret sauce. So this is what we did on Monday. This is known. We have a lot of problems very well defined here. Step number 2. Actually, number 1. First step was step 0. So the second step. Step 1, developer stuff. You should build a landing page document to test your solutions against an amount of persons. 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, 2, 1. Should be a format like this. You should have some sort of initial catchphrase to pick people, put the problem statement, the solution that you are envisioning, frequent asked questions, if you can think of some, and your CTA. Your CTA can be subscribe here, can be a wait list, can be a Google form, social media link, or any CTA similar of that for you to validate your interest. Okay. If you do that tomorrow, you're good to pitch. Maybe you can even do some money Saturday or next week. You know? Maybe you can even raise investment after you have traction. So that's the idea. Okay. Took me about 10 minutes for that. But that's the idea. After you have this, you can even submit your project for artisan. You can even go after some bounties. That's the idea. Let me see if I have comments. Okay, some people participating. So, and if you want to paste to post questions on YouTube, I can see them here too. Okay. Maybe Tony, if anyone, if you see the questions, feel free to interrupt me. So how people usually start with Vibe Coding? They come here and just prompt their website and a lot of back and forth. V0, for example, V0.dev is a free tool, but you can only do like 8-7 messages per day in a free plan, and then you upgrade. Then you spend a lot of money and you go nowhere. There are different tools for different things. Before you know if your app is ready, if you are ready to prompt your app, prompt your landing page, first you need to build something called context for the app. A lot of text that is going to be used as input here in the form of tokens, in the form of numbers, of bytes, of zeros and ones, that are going to guide the process of generating code in the other side. And you need to be as specific and as clear as possible in your requirements without feeding too much information in the context. Because if you put too much information here, AI can get super confusing. And when you start chatting with AI with a lot of back and forth, it can reduce the accuracy of the LLMs. Even the top models, even the best models out there are papers about that, can lose like 30 to 40%, sometimes even more, of accuracy when you do a lot of questions back and forth. So how to solve that? How to get it ready in one prompt, one goal, one shot, but still be able to, you want to still be able to work with your context here, right? I suggest using tools that can do research first, even before coding. And I would suggest Perplexity. I have the Perplexity Pro plan, but the features that I'm going to use here are available even in the free plan. Some people here have used it, right? You use it here. So I know this is possible in the free plan. We're going to use the research feature, okay? You can use any tools that you want for doing research, ChatGPT, you can use Manus, any tool with web search, even Grok, Cerebras, there are some that are very quick, are good. And you're going to pick your idea, any idea description. Let me see if I find a volunteer here. Juan, may I use your project as volunteer for your idea description as an example? So this is kind of what I presented yesterday, but today I'm going to expand on it. So I'm going to copy all of your project description. So this was a Monday workshop that we did, how to put your project in a good format. So we put the summary, the pain points that you are solving, the context that you are giving for the AI, what is behind that problem, what are the alternatives, what the functional requirements, and any extra details that you can put on non-functional requirements. So these can be as much information as you want or as little as you want. But for you to build a good landing page, I'm going to show a little secret on how you can prompt those AIs. So you can start with something like this. I am building a website. You can even put as a landing page here. I know what's a landing page for my app idea. I'm going to ask the AI to search for the competitors of these ideas, of these ideas, no, the competitor of this idea for solving the same problems, because probably these competitors, these companies, organizations, and all, they have spent a lot of money in trying to convince people for using their products or solutions. They have marketing teams working on that, intelligence team working on that, and they have built all of those websites for that same solution. So probably they have done a lot of research on how to speak with these people having the same problems. So let's say you have an app to help people with car insurance. So all of your competitors have done a lot of research into car insurance, people that have cars and all. So they know how to speak with these people. We are going to use Perplexity to search for those websites and get insights for it. So I'm building a landing page for my app idea. Search all my competitors. And I'm going to ask Perplexity to build a prompt for me and give me a prompt for me to generate the landing page with AI. And then I'm going to paste the app idea. It could be a PDF, it could be a Google Docs, it could be a lot of things. It doesn't need to be well formatted, whatever. AI can go through this. And I'm going to use the research, deep research method that is available in other tools, in ChatGPT, in Manus, and many others. And what this deep research can do for us is to find those links out there using Google, using whatever web research integrations that they have. Using the best keywords, the LLM is able to compose these keywords on the fly. They would after they get those results, they would summarize all of the information, even the HTML or the content of those websites. And as an intermediary step, before answering you, because you asked for a prompt, before answering you, it would build a lot of intermediary knowledge. It's all building context for you. Something that you could do manually, of course. You could be doing web search and doing all of that. Could take a couple of days. Here, we're going to do that in a minute. Okay, the eyes, look, it's going to look for resources, more and more resources, and looking at competitors, seeing how they build. They're going to use thinking in the middle. So it's going to really help you to build all of this context. Okay, so for Juan's project, allow me, it found some competitors like Squirrel AI, Kamigo, and Century Tech, and TutorMe. Did you know about these competitors, Juan? Nice. So some of these, yeah, feel free to take a picture. We have the recording of that too. So this is a great path for you to like research, and you can also check the sources to see if the AI is hallucinating, So you can go there and check out. After the AI found this result, it is going to do the ask that we asked, the instruction that we asked. Landing page generation prompt. Based on this competitive analysis, here's a comprehensive prompt for generating your Allow Me AI landing page. So I can just copy this whole prompt as it is. And imagine if I were to type it out myself. Let me copy all of that. Imagine typing all of this, the color, the competitive positioning, the trust elements, design guidelines. For example, one here is suggesting design guidelines for it to be mobile first, to be a jargon-free language, to be warm, approachable. So this can be even like a consultancy. The AI is doing a consultancy in brand positioning for you, something that you would need to do by yourself when creating your landing page. Here, the AI is trying to do that for you. Might not be perfect. I'm not saying that you should not work on this after or hire a branding consultation or anything like that. I'm not saying that AI can replace these things yet. Might be, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that for now, for your first version, for you to go from idea to pitch, you have all on the palm of your hands. You're ready to shoot this. You're ready to go for investor or for a client and bring the solution. Okay. So instead of coding all of that, this is what we wanted to do like 10 minutes ago. I'm just going to paste this whole prompt here and ask V0 to generate this page for me. You could do that in Lovable, you could do that in Replit, in Bolt. You can even do that in your computer using Cursor, Windsurf, Klein, any tools that you like. But now the context is all here. Instead of typing all of that manually, I create a modern conversion-focused landing page for Allow Me. Instead of typing all of that, you can just paste it and let the AI agent do everything else. The AI agent thought for 8 seconds, not real thought, it's like emulated thought, and created all the requirements, technical requirements necessary for it to generate the correct code. And now this is going to take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something in the middle for generating the landing page. But it should be a good enough landing page. It should be a landing page like that is able to convert people to interact with your CTA, join your waitlist, click on my Google form or something like that. Okay. Questions here before why we wait the AI? Oh, we have echo. Let me see if we can fix. Okay, the link. You should for the link, people. I'm going to fix the echo, Peter. Thanks for pointing that out. For the repository, you can find that in the Luma page. Okay, let me see if I can go back to it. So in the Luma page of this, not this one. On this one, you're going to find the vibe coding link, Buffalo, and in the event description here, you have the GitHub repository. Okay. So this GitHub repository should be containing all the links that you want. Okay, server, you'll ask it here. So you should go to this link. You should be able to find it there.
Yeah, where's the link?
This one?
Yeah, can you for the picture?
Demo day. It's in the. It's Buffalo Vibes. Okay, but it's also in the calendar. You should be subscribed to the calendar. Okay, but you can go Luma, Buffalo Vibes. Tony, can you check the audio? Maybe mute the audio from my computer from the phone. Just so. Okay. Let me know. Trying to like that. Try that again, Tony. please, everyone, and if there is any problem in the stream, let me know. The audio should be better now, I hope. Not the camera, maybe. Okay, yeah, good enough. Sorry about that. Hello, Jordan. So, as a result here from Allow Me, Juan, did you find the link for the GitHub? It should be in the Luma. Go for Buffalo Vibes, and you should be able to apply to pitch tomorrow, okay? This link here. Going back here to the landing page, it generated this website. In less than 10 minutes, it generated this website for allowme.ai, and see if the explanation is good enough for you. Should help a child to succeed with, in charter school with AI-powered support. So this is the presentation. Let me enlarge that. So start a free trial, no AI experience required. The challenge, the problems. I don't know if I put the problems very well here. And here's the solution. Using your proposed solution, you're going to have 95% success rate. That's a good point. And then is explaining how you are different from other proposals. That's very good too. Explain the features. So you let me know if the features were well explained. Suggesting some pricing plans for you. And there's a CTA here. Start a free trial here. It's not going anywhere as expected, but you have the button ready. Okay. So from idea to Perplexity, and Perplexity to V0 should take like 20-25 minutes. Questions here? Any questions in the okay. Is the audio good now? Good. Okay. Good. So I wanted to suggest something as the final validation here. As an outcome, you should have one amount of users, X amount of users, to interact with your CTA, right? So first of all, you should have a CTA. What's the easiest way to set up a wait list or a backend, like a form and all, without being technical? I could suggest integrate that with Supabase now. It wouldn't be that hard to do. But there is a chance, like 10% chance that I'm guessing, of it not going through. I've seen that failing and it happens sometimes. So I would suggest creating a Google form. Google form, like that. And then you create one. It can be any form that you prefer. If you don't like Google, it's going to steal my data, or it's too Google-ish, I prefer Apple. Whatever reason, there are many other form solutions out there. I like Google Form. I'm going to create a new form. So it's going to be like a waitlist form, something like that. I have some questions, email, whatever. Waitlist, whatever. Maybe it's not the English. Wait list should be right. So I'm going to publish that. I'm going to make it so that anyone with a link can respond in Google Forms. There are many different forms that do that differently, and I'm going to click on publish. Okay. I'm going to copy the responder link. I'm doing that very fast because I assume that this is something that you can easily Google if you don't know. Create a form in any provider that you like and copy that. And I'm going to do this prompt for my website. I'm going to say, replace the CTA call to action buttons with a link to this form. Just paste the link there, I should understand. Make the button say join waitlist. I'm typing that correctly, I guess I am. Okay. And ask it to open a new tab. Make the link open in new tab. because we don't want the people to flee from the website. So we want the website to be there. And with this instruction, even if you don't know how to customize buttons, even if you don't know how to redirect people for a new tab and all, the AI should know where to edit this in your app, in your page. Visio can select elements here. If you're using Windsurf, you can. With Cursor, you can too. You could select the buttons that you want to change if you want, but it's not really needed. Visio can figure it out for you, and it should be able to replace those buttons with the links that you want very quickly. Let's see if that happens. Your form should be public for this to work. And save that. It's a waitlist form. You can fill it with whatever information you want. You can even generate that with AI if you want. That can be a good topic for the next session. But then you have your CTA there. Our objective is to test that with 10 users, 50 users, 20 users as soon as possible. So we want this to be public. We are embedding that in the page. Okay. Let's wait it for a little. Because in the meantime, we can do like this. Multiple choices. Did you like the lesson? Cancel. Did you like the lesson? And then there is yes. And there is sure. Okay, that's going to be your form. Okay, so now we have the CTA, join waitlist. And if I click here, it should open the form in a new tab. So it's working. Now we can share that with other people. I'm just finishing, just in 2-3 minutes. Yeah, it should be 2-3 minutes to finish. So the form is here. We can now join waitlist. Should be a quick call to action and all. How to share that with people? Right now, this is something that is private. Only my account has access to it. Let's say I want to share that with other people. I can click on this button, publish. Okay. If you can do that from today to tomorrow to share your project, publish it with the judges tomorrow, instead of presenting that in your computer, you can do a very good kind of pitch that is like that. Go to my website, test it right now, become my client, join my waitlist, there in their hands. This is very powerful. It means that they're going to be in waitlist, they're going to have their email now, because people forget to go back to your app later. If you can send those reminders, it's great. So last step, and then we finish today's lesson, is just clicking on publish. So I'm going to click on deploy on production. This is a great advantage of using those cloud tools. You don't need to configure your environment. You don't need to install anything on your machine, Node, on Python, or anything like that. You just do this online. The AI can kind of fix all of the errors that you might face. And at the end, you're going to have a public link. It's not going to be a beautiful link like mywebsite.com. It's going to be a long link, but later you can buy a domain and attach that to a domain very quickly. There are some tutorials for that. So for tomorrow, for you to demo your project, if you only have an idea, you don't know how to code, you don't know all the path of vibe coding, you don't know all of these techniques, but you want to pitch something tomorrow, anyone, literally anyone, you can just follow this presentation, build your website, your landing page, and start testing this. I have this link now, allow me AI landing page.vercel.app, and it's there. Join waitlist. If anyone wants to test that, you just need to go to this domain. It's kind of big, like V0, allow me AI landing page .vercel.app, but you can do that. Come here, join waitlist, and then you should have access to this form. What's stopping you from deploying your app, going to production with your app now, right? It takes literally half an hour, 20 minutes, let's say, and you can get this done, okay? That's the idea. So any questions from YouTube, any questions from the participants here? Are you done with your landing pages already? Do you have something like this already, or you're still working on that? Good. Did you deploy to the domain?
So it's still figuring out element, and if another thing that I follow deploy. Yeah, the plugin.
Public. Are you coding it on V0 or on your computer?
But I might actually try replicating something like on the cursor maybe just so I can, in case I don't get to deploy my.
Yeah. They use
Make your V0 app and then click on publish. Took literally a minute and you have this domain. And then you can click here to add a domain. It would go to your configuration and now you pick, if you have a free plan, you can use one from Vercel. If you have your own domain, you can add it here and you are ready to share this with people. Validate your first customers, see if there is interest of joining the wait list or filling a form. Maybe you're going to qualify your customer while filling the form. And this should be good for you to have your early traction, your signal of early traction with your clients, your possible clients, right? So that's the idea. Okay. There's no other questions. That's good. Just as a reminder, if you are looking for funding, submit your project to Artsen. If you are looking to pitch tomorrow, go there for the Luma Buffalo Vibes and pick your ticket. Everyone here, you should do that, okay, for tomorrow. We only have 10 seats. We have about 5 to 6 projects here. We might have 4 to 5 online. Let's see how it goes, okay?
I guess you can.
Good. If not, let me know. Okay, yeah, maybe I can change that in the backend. Okay. If you have your project here on the discussion, okay, I should be able to link there. If not, create your project here. You did create, right? I remember. Okay, so no, you cannot pitch tomorrow. Bro, just kidding. No, yeah, you create your description. Because I'm going to link, instead of everyone plugging the computer tomorrow, I'm going to link your project to your page. So you present from my computer and we report everything, you know, with the website. And maybe the judge, we're going to have some virtual judges, 4 or 5, maybe 6, we're still confirming the full list. And they are going to test that from their side. Maybe you're going to have some clients tomorrow, you know? Maybe some paying clients, you never know. Some feedback for your idea. So at the page, you should create a submission in this repository so that you can track it and use for tomorrow, okay? Should be real quick. Okay, that was a short one. Thank you, Sergo. Well, thank you for participation. Thanks, everyone. We're going to put this recording later in the group. We should have everything ready to share soon. It was a short one, 40 minutes, okay? Yes. Let me see that.
Just new to vCenter. The chat interface is it integrated to Perplexity, or do you have to configure to use Perplexity?
What chat
Is this chat here?
Yeah, where you
So I was using this other tool called
Perplexity for doing the refinement, the prompt engineering of the idea. And then I copied this prompt, the result prompt, into V0. You know, that's the secret sauce here. Because I see a lot of people banging their heads against V0, using all of the credits. Like I only have 4 free credits here. And then you need to pay, and then you don't want to pay. There's this whole thing. Don't discuss your idea with V0, with the prompts. It's better to do it first with a research assistant like Perplexity or ChatGPT, whatever, and then you go to V0 to create your website in one shot. That's the best way. Okay. Good. Any other questions? We have plenty of time. Thank you, Shaman. Okay. That's good. I'm excited to see the prompts tomorrow. The prompts. I'm excited to see what projects I'm going to build tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all.